What's up, everybody? My name is Paddock, and today I'm going to show you the easiest way to learn and remember the 5 most common types of scales. Learning your modes and your minor scales can be super confusing. There's a whole bunch of theory behind it, and you have to remember what notes are altered. However, if you learn these scales in the correct order, it actually is pretty easy. So today I'm going to show you how to organize and learn these 5 most common types of scales by just changing one note as you move from scale to scale. So I've always been a big believer that if you learn the correct information in the correct order, the things are way easier to figure out. That's actually the philosophy behind my sax school and why I teach things in a step-by-step fashion. That way it's really easy to figure out what you need to do, and then we just keep adding onto it and adding onto it so you have constant progress. Before we dive into this tutorial, if you enjoy my YouTube content, I would really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the bell for notifications. All right, so let's get started. Today we are going to use the G major scale, and we're going to turn it into 5 different scales. So we're going to start off with the G major scale, which is just G to G with an F sharp. The G major scale is super user-friendly for saxophone players, so that's always a great starting point. So if we want to take this G major scale and turn it into a G mixolydian scale, we could talk about a whole lot of music theory, but we don't really need to do that. It's great if you know the music theory, but what you really need to know is what is the difference between a G major scale and a G mixolydian scale. And the difference is just the 7th degree. So the difference between a G major scale and a G mixolydian scale is that you're going to lower the 7th degree. The slang term for that is flat the 7th degree. That doesn't necessarily mean add a flat to it. That just means lower it by a half step. So the 7th note in your G scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. So to change that G major scale to a G mixolydian scale, we are going to lower the F sharp to an F natural. So this is what your G mixolydian scale sounds like. As you can hear, that 7th degree is lowered from an F sharp to an F natural. So if we play them back to back, here is your G major scale and then the G mixolydian scale. Now we're going to lower the 7th to an F natural. As you can hear, we made the transition from the major scale to the mixolydian scale by just changing one note. Now we're going to take this mixolydian scale and we're going to change another note and we're going to turn it into a Dorian minor scale. So a Dorian minor scale has a flat 3rd and a flat 7th. So our mixolydian scale already had the flat 7th, so it already had an F natural. Now we need to alter the 3rd. So in the key of G, that would be G, A, B. So we're going to lower that 3rd, which is the B, by a half step. So your G Dorian minor scale has a B flat and an F natural in it. So we took our G mixolydian scale, and just by changing one note, which was the B, down to a B flat, we turned it into a G Dorian minor scale. Take a listen. I'm going to play the G major, then the G mixolydian, and then the G Dorian minor. If you'd like to learn a whole lot more about scales and take a step-by-step approach to learning them, or if you'd like to just get better at playing the saxophone in general, I'd like to invite you to come check out the Paddock Sax School. In the Sax School, I take the guesswork out of what to practice, how to practice, and what to practice next, and I do that by giving you a step-by-step approach to learning the saxophone. So if you'd like more information, I'll leave a link in the video description below. Now we have the G Dorian minor scale, which has a flat 3rd and a flat 7th. And if we want to change that into the next scale, which would be G natural minor or G aeolian, those are the same thing. Aeolian is the modal name. Natural minor is the more common name. All we're going to do is add a flat 6th to the Dorian minor scale. So the 6th degree in the key of G is G, A, B, C, D, E. So we're going to take that E and lower it to an E flat. So we already had a B flat and an F natural. Now we're just adding in one changed note, and that is the 6th degree. We're taking the E and lowering it to an E flat. Take a listen to the G natural minor scale. I'm going to start at the beginning. I'm going to play G major, then G mixolydian, then G Dorian minor, and then G natural minor. I'm going to switch from scale to scale just by altering one note at a time. Now I'm going to lower that F sharp to an F natural to make it a G mixolydian scale. And then I'm going to lower the B natural to a B flat to change it into a G Dorian minor scale. And now I'm going to lower the 6th degree from the E natural to an E flat to turn it into a G natural minor scale. So again, I'm just making one alteration to each of the scales to turn it into a different type of scale. The last type of scale that we're going to learn is a little bit different. This is the harmonic minor scale. Up until this point, we've been learning modes. So we had the Ionian mode, which is your major scale, the mixolydian mode, the Dorian mode, and the Aeolian mode, which is your natural minor scale. When we go to harmonic minor scale, this is an alteration of the natural minor scale. So all we're going to do is raise the 7th. So we're going to take the 7th, which was an F natural, and we're going to raise it back up to the F sharp, which is the note that is in your G major scale. So this scale is going to have a B flat, which is your flat 3rd, an E flat, which is your flat 6th, and a major or natural 7th, which is the F sharp. Take a listen to it. So that one sounds a little bit different because at the end it has that larger interval going from the E flat to the F sharp. But again, all we did was change one note to switch your natural minor scale into the harmonic minor scale, and that was raising your 7th degree back up to the major 7th. All right, now that we've talked about all 5 scales, let's play through them and talk about how we're going to change one note at a time to switch the different types of scales. We're going to start off with the G major scale. We're going to lower the 7th degree from an F sharp to an F natural to turn it into mixolydian. We're going to lower the 3rd from B natural to B flat to turn it into Dorian minor. Then we're going to lower the 6th from E natural to E flat to turn it into natural minor. And finally, we're going to raise the 7th back up from an F natural to an F sharp to turn it into harmonic minor. This is a really great method to use to organize your scales because it's super easy to see what is changing from one scale to the next. Once you understand the alterations you need to make to a scale to turn it into a different scale, pulling these scales out of thin air is going to be really easy. While we're in the middle of talking about scales, I want you to leave me a comment below telling me what your favorite key is to play in and what your least favorite key is to play in. For me, my favorite key to play in is anything but E flat, and my least favorite key is E flat. Leave me a comment below with what your favorite and least favorite keys are. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. If you'd like to dive deeper into my saxophone world, I'd like to invite you to check out the Scott Paddock Sax School.